feel you in my bones like cancer. Pretty little death, I call my answer. Candy roses wrap me up and choke me slow. I'm bleeding sugar, nobody has to.
Yo, what up, everybody? And welcome to another episode here on the Ravens Corner. I do appreciate you all tuning in. And today we have a very special guests here with us today. We have two members, Nikki and David, from the band EVELYNS Casket. Hey, thank you guys for hanging out with me here today on the Ravens Corner. I appreciate it. Nikki, happy to have you back, bro.
Absolutely, it's a pleasure, dude. Cheers,
How are you guys doing, man? How are y'all doing?
dude. Fantastic, man. Trying to stay cool though. It's hot up in Calgary right now, man. Not as hot as Texas, but it's fucking hot here.
Calgary heat. I'm interested. How hot is it over there?
It's. I want to say it's around 30-ish degrees, but that's Celsius. I don't know what that is in fucking Fahrenheit, but
I,
it's
I would I would like to tell you I'm a big fucking nerd and I can tell you right off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty warm, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
Maybe 30, maybe 90s, I'm thinking maybe. So for Canada, that's pretty hot, fucking man. I have a buddy, Phil. He lives in Canada. And a few years ago, there was like a massive heat wave, dude, over there. And I remember he would tell us, he's like, bro, how the fuck do you guys do it over there? Like, we're all dying over here. Like, people are having like heat exhaustion, heat strokes, and all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I go, I don't know how we make it over here. We don't go outside. Like, I don't go outside, dude. If it's like if I open the door and I just put my hand out and I feel the sun burn my skin, I'm like, no, I'm just gonna pop back in the house.
It was like that last Arizona show we did, man. Like, we all needed to be in the fucking AC because Arizona was hot, dude. You remember that, right, David? Like,
Oh my god! I mean, there's plenty of stories about that heat I would love to share, but I just I'm like, we should pay to have the AC fixed, and I'm just you can't. No, yeah, we had no AC. We haven't had AC in our van for years, actually, and we just whatever. We don't really care. We just suffer because most of the time when we're in the van, we're just asleep or cruising or something. So we just deal with it. But this was our last tour when we went through Arizona was just the straw that broke the camel's back, apparently. So I was just there on YouTube troubleshooting stuff, and then I fixed our AC finally after years of it. But it was like over 100 degrees. It's
Oh,
crazy.
dude. Yeah, you have to have AC if it's that hot. And damn. Yeah, but hey, at least
Yeah,
you
dude.
fixed it though, so that's good. Hey, so I want to ask you guys, man. I'm gonna go ahead and play y'all's lyric video right now, Afterlife. But before I go ahead and play that for everybody, can you guys just give me a little bit of info as far as what the song is about? How did the writing process, kind of fall into place for the song and also the visuals too, man. I checked it out before and I it's pretty sweet. Awesome fucking song. Visuals are great. So how did all that come together?
Oh, is this like a live? Like, is people watching right now?
Yeah. It's on like
Cool.
4 different platforms right now.
Yeah. Okay, so the lyric video was done by a friend of ours named Ash, who runs this page called Death Arts 13. So she did that, which was really nice of her. And but the song itself is it's just kind of like a vampire like love song kind of deal. Like I kind of gives the vibe like it's just like I will love you after life. Essentially, it's like even death will not stop my love for you and whatnot. So, but yeah, there's not a real like big deep meaning to it. We just wanted to make something, for the girls and all that kind of deal. So, more something real poppy and more palatable because we have like a very bipolar catalog. I would say it's like some songs we have are just like very, very like pop punk and poppy and sappy, and then we have other songs that are kind of like death rock, and then we have other songs that are just straight up like crossover, like thrash hardcore. Like we're all over the place, but yeah.
You know what, man, and I like that you guys are all over the place. I just feel like that adds just more to you all as like, musicians and artists, that you guys can kind of, are you not afraid to fucking like, dip into other, kind of little genres and stuff like that? So I think that's cool. I've always appreciated bands that do that, because it kind of keeps also, I guess you all as musicians like on your toes, to push yourselves even more. And like for me, like as a fan, keeps me on my toes too, because it's like, oh shit, they're very versatile. So I think that's fucking awesome, man, and that's pretty cool that you guys do that. I think a lot more bands should do that, to be honest.
So,
Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the lyric video here real quick. So for everybody that has is gonna see it here for the first time, again, this is Evelyn's Casket. This is Afterlife lyric video. So just kick back, chill, and enjoy the music. So here we go.
Won't you invite me in to your husband home? No need to be alone. A creature of the night, a damn man I am. No redemption from sin. Look into my eyes, fade into my trance as you hold my hand. Make me breathe again. Will you be mine in the afterlife? Will you be mine when we run out of time? Will you hold my hand, help me live again when we're numb and dead? Be the living dead. I'll keep you close tonight with my cold dead hands, lips on your neck. Chill out and tears all night, like the ghosts among all of the tombstones. A brand new afterlife, watch the moon with wolves and dance all night. Look into my eyes, fade into my trance as you hold my hand. Make me breathe again. Will you be mine in the afterlife? Will you be mine when we run out of time? Will you hold my hand, help me live again when we're numb and dead? Be the living dead. Will you be mine in the afterlife? Will you be mine when we run out of time? Will you hold my hand, help me live again when we're numb and dead? Be the living dead.
Hell yeah, badass fucking track. Hell yeah,
thanks
Good.
so much.
Thank you.
music. Okay, guys. So David, Nikki, what do you guys? What are y'all's roles in the band, Evelyn's Casket?
Okay. I am singer and lead guitar and primary songwriter, and I do all of our booking and social media management, and I run our online store and ship all of our stuff myself.
Yeah, and I'm
That's my role.
sorry. Yeah, I'm a backing guitarist and the backing vocalist for EVELYNS Casket.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So David, you're a man of many hats here. You know, from what you just said, you do a lot of booking, the shipping, all that stuff. How in the hell do you manage all that, you know, and not lose your mind?
Oh, that thing is long gone. I lost that years ago. Yeah, Nikki helps me a lot with like online marketing and whatnot too, because me and him, just to put it bluntly, just have like, we're more connected to like the online community with our music. So that's just kind of our reach. And then Nikki also, I feel like he sold himself short because he does a lot more than just those two things. So I'm just going to chime in. But Nikki also writes all of the harmonies and the backing vocals for our songs. So it's like, it's not just backing vocals. He gives them the sauce and the zazz. And then our drummer, he's not here, but Biff, he of course writes all of the drums, and then he also is our like in-house producer. He's essentially the critical thinker of the band, the one who makes sure that like, hey, let's not let the excitement, you know, overcloud that this could be a bad decision. There's this kind of thing, or you know, maybe we're doing too much on the song and we need to dial it back, or you know, it's kind of like one of the larger voices of reason in the band. And then Christian runs, he plays bass, writes his bass parts, and he also is the one who does all of our merch in person. So he's the one who does like all of our face-to-face sales and whatnot.
Cool. That's awesome, man. Yeah, that's cool. Everybody kind of pitches in, does their own little thing to kind of help the band, you know, keep rolling and moving forward. That's good. That's how it should be. So all you bands out there, especially here locally, listen. That's how it needs to be. So for anybody meeting you guys for the first time, you know, EVELYNS Casket, you know, how did that name come about? Well, what's the origin story of the band name?
So the band name is a reference to Evelyn McHale, and she's the woman. And there's this famous. I hope like this doesn't get like the video flagged or something, but there's a famous video called "The Beautiful Suicide," and you can Google that if you want to see it. But in the like 1950s, a woman leaped from the Empire State Building, and she landed on like an old vehicle, and she didn't suffer any exterior damage to her body. So the photo, it looks like a woman like fell asleep comfortably on top of a car that's like bent and folded around the shape of her body, almost like looks like a bed that's really like sunken in. And it's a really intense photo, but a very famous one too. But the name is essentially like an homage to her and a reference like to the car. So it's like, you know, her casket, like the vehicle folded around her and whatnot.
Wow, that's great. I've never heard of that. So I'm gonna definitely dig into it. You know, start Googling on that, because that's interesting. Holy shit. That's pretty damn cool backstory as far as the, you know, how you guys came about the band name. So how long have you all been together, essentially?
I have a lot of the beginning songs for this band were like songs I've had since I was like 16 years old and whatnot. But the band itself, the like definitive, like this is when the band officially started, I would say is Halloween of 2020, or not Halloween, October. Sorry, not Halloween. But like before that, it's like I had the name and I tried, like there was at one point, there was a different lineup back in like 2017, but like the lifespan of the band was like 2 months. We only played like 2 shows and it was just kind of fizzled out. And then, so I don't really count that. And then I put out like a solo EP in August of 2020 where it was just me and essentially a collection of demos, and that being put out kind of helped me get connected to Nicky, because me trying to market that connected me to him through another friend of ours named Crowley.
Yes.
And then Ben, Biff, I've known him since I want to say like 2015, 2016. I was in a different band called Hades Machine with him for a long time. And when I showed him the EP, he was like, yeah, I want to get involved. And he helped me produce Blacklight Waltz, which is like our first official like polished single, and like not as a solo effort, as like a band. And then Christian, our bass player, I've known him since I was 10 years old. So it's like I've known him my whole life. And then when Tanner had to leave the band to he just wanted to, there was no ill will. We still love Tanner. We think about Tanner all the time. We still talk. But he just wanted to be at home with his wife. He didn't want to tour anymore. He wanted to run his dog washing business and do his thing. And, he just wanted to, that's what was making him happy. And that's what he wanted to do. And can't argue that. So when he left and did that, Christian stepped in and, kind of just picked up right where we left off. Like there was never anyone missing in the first place, and they went real smooth. So here we are.
Cool. Right on. So then when you and Nicky kind of like get together and let's say write, as far as either lyrics or, musically like guitars and whatnot, how does that process kind of go? Do you guys just kind of come up with like let's say like a theme or kind of like a little story, and you guys kind of just feed off each other? Or is it something that you guys each feel personally, or how does that kind of work?
So me and sorry.
I was just gonna say we haven't actually wrote a song together yet, unfortunately. Sorry, David. Sorry.
So that's not true. So essentially, we've just never done it in the same room together. So
yes, yeah.
So, but I write all of the lyrics. And what I'll do is I will rough out an idea of what I think the song should be, and I will send it to the guys in our group chat, and they will essentially work on their parts in their own time, and we re-record stuff and remanage it in our DAWs, and then like at home, and then we send that stuff remotely to each other, and that's like how our songwriting works. But again, Nicky has I'll be like, here's the guitar I wrote, if you want to play it that way. But what he usually does, I've noticed, is he'll find a way to like play the rhythm in lower octaves than I had written it, and it makes the song sound just like way bigger, because me and Nicky actually play in different tunings. So
oh shit, okay.
Yeah, like I play in either D standard or E standard depending on the song, and I forget what, like, you play in like a really low drop tuning. I always forget what it is, but
yeah, usually it's drop C, but when we're doing it live, I'm drop B sharp, so like really fucking low.
Oh yeah. And again, Nicky writes all of the harmonies. So like that song Afterlife, all of those like big harmony oohs and the backing vocals and all that, like that was all Nicky. That was not, I had no reference or anything. He just came up with that. And then in the pre-choruses, I usually will just only have like one high harmony, and then Nicky will send back like 3 layers of like a 3-part or 4-part harmony and just blow everyone's dicks off. So yeah. But we almost, well, not almost, but we've actually as a band have never written a song together in the same room. Like when we have band practice, it's strictly to rehearse sets, because that's just how we do it.
And what kind of, and how challenging is that for you, or at least was it at first? Since you guys weren't rehearsing, together in the same room, was it a little bit challenging, or no? It kind of just came easy to you guys.
I'm gonna be honest. This is the smoothest, most productive band I've ever been a part of, and it was honestly like it was so easy. I had no problem at all. I think doing it that way is like one of the most powerful tools to success as a band in the modern age, because you don't have to dedicate so much of your schedule to drive to a specific location to essentially write stuff based on memory. It's like every idea is immediately recorded and shared. Everyone can alter it as an example and send it back and forth. And you don't need to drive like an hour away for band practice or anything to do it, or fly to a different country for band practice.
Very true. Very, and you know what, man?
Yeah.
And that I like that because just recently, I just started writing music again, and was our singer Dave, he's in Mexico, Nuevo Laredo, and some of the other guys, are kind of spread out too. And I just recently started doing that, and when it was first kind of brought to my attention that that's kind of the route we were gonna go, I was kind of like, I don't know, because again, I was just used to, hey, let's all meet here, everybody, we just jam, right, whatever. So that's what I was used to for so many years. So, but now in trying it this way, I do understand what you're saying as far as, again, like having everything recorded, documented, this, that, and the other, so nobody forgets. And you're right, man, it is a lot smoother that way, which kind of blew my fucking mind.
I cannot go back to the traditional way, because sitting there in a room full of people trying to play a riff together on time that everyone just learned 10 minutes ago is some of the most mind-numbing shit. When that's like, I think you need to learn and rehearse all of that shit in private on your own time, and then when you come to rehearsal, you know it and you guys play. Some fine-tuning, that's totally fine, but yeah, there's like, in the modern age, there's no excuse that you can't invest. Like you can get Reaper for free, and then you can spend like $30 on a drum machine project or program or something, and then another $30 on an amp simulator, and you can write demos at home just fine, and like rehearse to them. Like we live in an age where you don't need to practice through an amp anymore. Like you can do everything through headphones. In your own time. As a band, you absolutely should play through your amps and all of that in rehearsal, obviously, but yeah, in your own time, it's like you can be in an apartment or a tiny bedroom that you rent with other people, and you can write stuff and rehearse without disturbing people, unless you're maybe like a drummer. But
for sure. And like, was there a moment when you started the band, right, that you guys felt like, hey, you know what, this is like a real thing, this is not just some like side little project garage band kind of thing that we're just trying out?
The reason we've never really like tried to view it that way, I've always just kind of been like, let's see how far we can take it. But originally, like, the thing that connected me and Nikki to make music together is we both just fucking love horror punk, and we have like almost all of the exact same favorite bands. So like when I was like, hey, do you want to be a part of this? Because originally he just did backing vocals on our first record. That was like the plan. And then he came out and filled in for a tour. And then when we got back, we were like, hey, do you want to just do this? Like, we can obviously make it work. And that was that. But I'll let Nicky speak for himself, but essentially, like, I just fucking love this music. It's like I'm writing music in my favorite genre. So that's why I do it.
Yep. Couldn't agree more.
And what bands inspired you guys?
You go first, Nikki. I've been talking a lot.
Okay, dude, yeah. No worries. So Misfits is just a fucking elephant in the room for sure for me personally. Misfits, Blitz Kid, Goolsby, Calabrese, fucking Midland, Zombies. There's like a fucking massive list for me, but yeah, top three would probably be Misfits, Blitz Kid, and Calabrese.
Yeah, me personally, like, I don't so much have them in my top three anymore, but I cannot deny their influence over like my entire like life. But absolutely the Misfits. Like, I absolutely love the Misfits. Like, all eras of Misfits, I have a place in my heart for. I love everything Danzig's done, excluding like all the albums after Danzig 2. But like, I love the first two Danzig albums. I love everything Samhain. I think Samhain is the fucking most tits, fuck, like unfiltered Danzig. It's so fucking evil and awesome. Then, but I also like I love Nimvind, I love Calabrese, I love absolutely adore Blitzkid. Blitzkid is for sure in my top 3. But okay, my top 3, if I have to just say it's Blitzkid, Alkaline Trio, and Black Sabbath. Those are my favorite bands of all time, like easily. But yeah, like the horror punk genre is just jam packed with so many bands that were just a huge impact on me, like in general, not just musically, just like the soundtrack of my life. Like there's so many songs by Blitzkid that I can like listen to, and I'm just like in 7th grade again, just doing whatever little shitty thing my shithead 7th grader brain was up to.
Yeah, no, man, those are all solid bands, man. And it's funny because every time I listen to like the Misfits or Danzig, Samhain, stuff like that, it does take me back to like, you know, the middle school days, and you start kind of thinking like, oh shit, you know, I was a little shithead back then. Or because I know with me, like when I started listening to that stuff, my mom fucking hated it. She was like, I know, satanico, you know, oh, it's like satanic. This fucking my son's gonna be satanic. She's like was traditional, like old school fucking Mexican mom, you know, and my grandma too and shit. So when I first started saying, oh, buy me this like cassette or this CD, and my mom will look at the covers, why, this is the devil, this is the this, and what are you becoming? And my son, I know we have to go to church. Like she was like kind of that kind of mom. Luckily my dad though, he would be like, and when my mom would walk away, he'd be like, oh, okay, we'll buy it for you. But then like a month or 2 later, my CDs would disappear. My mom would be like, you misplaced them. I go, I don't know, I'm starting to think you're throwing my shit away here. But now it's whatever. I won that battle. She lost it. She kind of was like, I surrender, you win, do your thing. I'm like, well, I mean, she has to. I'm 3 years old. It's like, come on, you gotta let me do my thing now. Look, when I was 16, different story. Now it's like, get out of here. So as far as like those kind of groups, those kind of bands, you know, are there any let's say like, how can I fucking put this? I had like a massive fucking space cadet moment.
All good, man.
Like bands that you would want to tour with that you haven't yet. You know, do you have any kind of bands that you're like, shit, like I would love to fucking tour with this band, and that band?
Yes. Blitzkid and Calabrese for sure. Absolutely want to do that. Other than that, yeah, mainly those two. I mean, we've toured with Nimvind so many times because I play bass for Nimvind, but he's just been really cool to like let me utilize that privilege to the maximum while being in there. So anytime there's an opportunity where he can bring us along, he does. So he always like never goes like, oh, I don't want to, you know, he doesn't do that shit where he's like, don't worry about your thing. Let's just focus on mine. Like he does not gatekeep opportunities. Every opportunity he has to help us for helping him, he absolutely like makes good on all of that. So I will always be grateful for that. I would love to tour with Alkaline Trio. That'd be crazy, but like, you know, realistic expectations and all that.
Yeah. You take the words out of my mouth. Yeah. That would have been my exact answer too, man. Yeah. Dave hit the nail on the fucking head, dude.
Great minds think alike.
Great fucking minds, man. Fuck yeah, dude.
So, you know, we do have a lot of gearheads, you know, that do follow, you know, the brand and the podcast and all this other fucking shit that I do. So they would, it would be a great disservice to them if I don't ask you guys, you know, what kind of gear do you all currently use right now? You know, are you happy with it? And if you had the opportunity eventually at some point to kind of upgrade, would you, or do you like the kind of set you all have right now?
So you go first,
Nicky.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I personally love my setup, man. It took me fucking years to find like a decent fucking guitar tone. When I first started out, I put everything like just fucking to 12, man. Like the highs, mids, fucking lows, everything was just go like to 12. I was like, why does my guitar sound like fucking shit all the time? So it took me a long time to figure out the best combo, but like my favorite is I use a triple rectifier, Muscle Boogie. They're fucking awesome. And Marshall cabs too, Celestian speakers, like those are just hands down the fucking tits. And I use a tube screamer as well too, noise gate, tuners, and I usually use a metal muff for Evelyn's casket as well too. And yeah, the DBC guitars as well too is what I mostly use. Yeah, with EMG pickups.
Nice.
Yeah.
So me, I kind of have like I'll just keep it what I use for Evelyn's casket to make things easy. But I have two guitars I usually go back and forth from. I have a Paul Stanley signature Ibanez Iceman that I've modded the shit out of. And I use Seymour Duncan Black Winter on the neck pickup. And then I have this, it's like this specialty pickup. I forget the exact name for it, but it's the signature pickup for Fluff. I don't know if you know that YouTube channel. He's like a big gear guy based out of Seattle.
Yes.
So it's one of his original signatures from like 10 years ago that Christian hooked me up with, and it's tits. And then for my pedal board, I use a metal muff, and then everything around it is essentially there to stop it from making feedback. And it's ridiculous how much of it, but it's like I have a tuner, a Boss tuner, and then I run that into a compressor. And then that gets ran into a noise gate, and then that runs into an equalizer, and then that runs into the metal buff pedal, and then that runs into a decimator, which is an additional noise gate, and then that runs into a Boss delay pedal. And all of that is really like, other than the delay pedal, is to just stop it from being in a constant state of screaming feedback.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then I'm like such a plug and play guy when it comes to like amps and heads. Like I just don't care. Like whatever's there. Like right now I'm rocking a crank setup, which I'm really happy with. But I am definitely one of those guys where I don't give a shit what amp I'm using. I get all my tone comes from my pedal board. That's how I like it. So
Dude, that's easy right there. And plus too, I'm sure you don't break the bank so much on crazy, like, fucking amps and shit. Because I know the messes, dude. I mean, that shit's not cheap, bro.
Yeah. Dude. Yeah.
My other guitar is just a white Iceman with EMGs in it. So.
Oh, nice. And so I have a question, Nikki. So, how are you able, like the writing process that you have here with Evelyn's, and then your other project, how do you kind of not kind of like mix what you're doing here and with Evelyn's to kind of where you have that kind of same, like, oh shit, I just wrote this riff and it kind of sounds a little similar here? Like, how do you kind of separate the two?
Well, that's a good question, man. I kind of like I said, David does most of the songwriting for Evelyn's Casket and just kind of sends us over some kind of what he's thinking. And with 5 Cent Free Show, I'm doing most of the fucking songwriting at the moment. So when we had all of our songs recorded and shit, I was doing all the songwriting for it and shit. So it's kind of separate in that sense, man. But yeah, I don't know. It just kind of it's natural, and it's good because like Evelyn's Casket is a lot more, I'd say, diverse than 5 Cent. 5 Cent, we kind of have our fucking flavor already and shit with the upright bass and shit. And like I said, Evelyn's Casket's kind of got that like thrash aspect to it. It's a little bit metal. It's a fucking horror punk and a little bit pop. Like we got a variety of shit in Evelyn's Casket. So yeah, it's kind of separated in that sense for me, anyways.
Cool. So okay, so now you just mentioned like the horror punk, blending death rock, thrash, so how did that sound find you all versus you finding it?
So what was it?
Oh, so like the horror punk, the death rock, thrash, how did that sound find you? Was that something that just kind of accidentally came about, or did you guys kind of find it?
Do you mean like how did it become an influence, or do you mean how did we just end up using that sound in our own?
Yes.
Like an influence as a person or an influence as a band?
As a band.
Oh, yeah, David, you might want, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I write songs, and it's like sometimes I want to write something angry, sometimes I want to like something laid back, and like I have all of those influences, and I always try to be as creative as possible. So it's like we have some songs where it's like I think like I would say like Always Hollow is like a really like we have a song called Always Hollow, and there's a lyric video for that on YouTube as well if anyone wants to check it out. And that song is like a lot of range into itself, because when it starts, it's very like straight up like AFI, like All Hallows EP style in the intro, and then when it goes to the first verse, it has a very like Five Sellers Below Blitz Kid kind of vibe, and then the bridge kind of returns to this like Misfits thing, and then the chorus is very like AFI with like silent horror, I would say, which the singer for Silent Horror, Brandel, is actually featured on that song. But and then it goes into this like chanty like bridge thing, and that also has a very like Art of Drowning AFI vibe to it, and that leads into this just straight up like heavy, like almost like modern hardcore mixed with thrash metal breakdown. And then it goes back into the 90s thing. So it's more of just like, how can I like combine these to stand out and whatnot? And the beauty about playing in like a horror punk band, which, you know, it's like, we fly that banner. I don't think that's exclusively what you could call us, but we definitely embrace that style and that scene and whatnot. And it has like, you know, holds a lot of influences to us, to our sound and our image. But there's a lot of leniency in that genre. It's like you can put out a record that doesn't have like a definitive sound. Like it can be like all over the place and it's acceptable. But I think that like is awesome. Like you're saying, I wish more bands did that, because it feels more like, it makes records feel more like a journey than a playlist, if that makes sense. It's like if you're like going through like the storytelling thing of like all of these like different experiences, and like, you know, you could like really go from like this really happy song to this sad song, and then to like a slow mid-tempo song, and then go into a ballad song, and then it can be just straight whiplash with some just like punch you in the side of the face, like blast beat screaming shit. And then as long as you have your core elements, you can get away with doing a lot of shit in songwriting. So you just don't limit yourself, you know? It's like, you'd be surprised what just like a key change or just playing a progression, and like you can get away with thrash metal picking in a very happy song and whatnot, as long as it's in key, you know?
Yeah, no, that very, very true. I think Nikki and I had talked about that last time, as far as, you know, having that versatility, you know, writing what you feel, not kind of limiting yourself. Again, because that just, you know, makes you a better artist, better musician, pushes you to the limit. And again, it keeps your fans on the toes too, man. And that's what I feel like is much needed now more than ever. So the fact that you guys are you know, just really cool into that kind of style of you know, writing and just doing what you guys love and not really following a fucking trend or this or that. I think that's fucking great, man. That's awesome. And again, we need more of that now, I feel, because it seems like shit's just gone a little kind of stale sometimes. You know, I feel like a lot of the bands now sound the same, especially to a lot of the shows I go to. You know, I'm like, fuck, man, there's no, I don't know. It just seems too like, oh, this is what's mainstream right now, so this is what we're going to do. Fuck it. You know, just because we want to see if we can get our music out there or get popular or this, or jump on that trend for however amount of time that shit lasts. So the fact that you guys do it the way you love to do it, and you don't give a fuck about anything else or what's going on, that's awesome. Fucking awesome.
That's really like the main reason we want to remain independent too, because I'm a pretty strong advocate that like, at least at the level we are, like I just don't want to sign to a label and whatnot, just because most like, labels that want to meet industry standard stuff. They really want to like own a lot of it, which is like, it's fine. That's really the trade-off. They do a lot for you and all that, but they also, when you sign that contract, essentially, you lose that freedom to just do everything you want, experiment with all of those ideas. But, and we know that too, because me and Nikki have both seen, a few contracts in the lifespan of this band, and we've turned down all of them just because it's, what they're offering is not enough for what they're asking, in the sense of us getting to do what we love.
Definitely, man. And that's why I feel like, now with social media and everything that we have going on, it's a lot easier for bands to kind of do the independent thing. Because you're right, man. Like with these labels, it's fucking kind of ridiculous, dude. Like when I saw a contract for my band many years ago, I was reading it and I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, so you're pretty much telling me that I'm going to get fucking shit, as far as whatever, sells this, that, and whatever. I think the label is going to keep a crazy chunk of it. And they had even put there that they wanted also a piece of whatever merch we sold on tour. And after about a year, if nothing happened to like their expectations, then the label would step in and kind of be like, okay, well, we're going to change your image. This is what you're going to write now, and this, that, and the other. And I was like, fuck that. Like, hell no. Like that. Yeah. Then I pretty much, we would have no creative control over anything, and then we're going to be fucking out here on the road doing this, that, killing ourselves, and we're not even going to really see any of that profit. That's all going to go back to the label. And it's like, it's just insane. It's crazy. So I'm kind of glad now for the way things are now, as far as, how bands can kind of just do it on their own. The harder you work at it, I feel like, and you stick to it, whatever goals you set, should come your way eventually.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah, fucking labels, man. I tell you, horrible. So as far as like the horror concept, right? When does that come first, and the music kind of just builds around it, or you guys just kind of like, no, like, it essentially doesn't have to be horror, or is there any tracks maybe that you have written that you haven't released that musically, fit the vibe, but let's just say lyrically maybe don't fit the horror genre?
So I would say it's not necessarily like it has to come first. It's just the environment I enjoy to write in the most. Because one thing, a lot of our music, we have a lot of songs that aren't so on the nose. Like we have a track called Neon Veins, which is the title is a metaphor for, or I don't know if it's a metaphor or more of like a nod or it references the regen from the Reanimator, the like green liquid he like puts into corpses to reanimate them and make them live again. And that song kind of like follows this journey of a guy trying to resurrect, his dead lover and whatnot. And then, but the message of the song is, no matter how much, you want it to be, and, no matter what you do or how hard you try, some things cannot just be put back as they were. You can't just fix things, or, you can't like have something forever or someone forever, like whether that be like a failed relationship or death, like grief of a life you had and whatnot, that just isn't, your life just isn't that way anymore and whatnot. And then, but it's really easy to just write metaphors for like subjects like that, just in that guise. It's like, because you can do a lot of really fun lyrical storytelling under the horror genre. Yeah,
for sure. It's kind of like you're telling your own little like mini movies, like little mini short films.
You know what? Actually, our most popular song is not horror at all, Evelyn. There's actually nothing horror about that song in the slightest. That song is literally just a, the message of that song is like, please don't take your own life. You are loved and you will be missed. And, I miss you kind of thing. That's the whole message for Evelyn. But like, now I think about it. Yeah, there's not a single, we just use the word casket a lot. And, spooky, the horror punk and spooky people are like, yeah, I like that word. That is that is in my wheelhouse.
Hell yeah. Okay, Nikki, what's the last thing that actually scared you? Not on screen, in real life.
Dude, fucking wasps, man. Fucking wasps. That was the dude. That's the last thing that fucking scared me. And even on tour too, man. The guys have seen me run like an absolute fucking bitch because there's like a wasp around me. Like I don't know, dude. It's all about fucking wasps. I'm allergic to wasps too, man. But last thing that scared me in real life, fucking wasps. I hate those fucking things.
I agree.
You're not gonna believe this, but for me it was a wasp too. It was like 20 minutes before I got on here. I was in the kitchen. Yeah, I was in the kitchen. I just took my dog out to use the bathroom, and I left the door open, Martha, and I come back in, and I'm like looking around. I'm like, there's like, I have these cans of soup on the counter, and I'm like looking at them, and I'm just like, oh, you know what, that sounds good. And then like take a closer look. There's this huge wasp on top of it, and I was like, oh, and I just was just grabbing stuff, trying to kill it as quick as I could. And then I grabbed this box of baking soda and like went to snatch it. I didn't know the top was open and just shot baking soda. There's baking soda all over my kitchen right now. So I'm trying to smash this fucking wasp. But
Yeah, dude, I'm not. It's funny, man. That's a trip that y'all bring up wasps, because like about a week ago, I had one in my fucking room, and one of my huskies was like trying to, and I was like, "What is he doing?" I couldn't tell, and when I got closer, I was like, "Holy fuck!" And they're huge, man. And I got stung by one as a kid, dude, and I just remember nothing but sheer pain. And ever since then, I've been like fucking traumatized with any wasp or no, I can't do that either, man. That's I rather fucking no wasps, not good, definitely not good.
And it's like murder hornets, those Japanese giant fucking hornets, those fucking massive things. Fuck that noise, man. That is my living nightmare. Well, 100% my living nightmare right there. Fuck murder hornets.
Well, didn't we have something like that like during the fucking pandemic where they were like, oh, there's like murder hornets fucking everywhere? Was that only in the US? I can't remember. Was that like a Texas thing? I don't know, but I remember that was a thing at one point.
I heard something about it. I never saw one though.
Neither did I, man. I was like, well, I don't fucking see no murder hornets. Whatever. It's a killer name though for a fucking murder hornet, you know?
Yeah.
Christian scares me like every other day too, because I live with Christian. We're roommates, and that dude does not, like, his footsteps do not create sound. So I'll just be like in the kitchen or something, or in the dining room, or in the laundry room, and then just I'll be minding my own business, be dead quiet, and just like from right behind me, hey man, what's going on?
See, he's on your toes, man.
Oh yeah, he doesn't even do it on purpose, but it's just, dude's a fucking ghost.
Oh shit. So what's next, for you guys? Like new music, concept, full release, tours. I know you guys are going to be on the road, I think, pretty soon, if I'm not mistaken. I think I have, let me see what I got here for you guys. La, da, da, da. What am I doing, bro? I'm like out of it. Okay, this is current, correct?
No, we already did that.
Oh shit.
Nikki, why don't you tell them about the shows coming up?
Yeah, so we're doing a little run in September. I don't know if all the dates are confirmed.
No. Not that one. No, don't tell it. We're not announced that one yet.
Okay, yes. That is before September. We're doing some fucking shows in Canada. EVELYNS Casket is coming up to Canada, and we're doing a little run with Ninvin. And 5 Cent Free Show is going to be on the fucking Alberta dates. So it's going to be a stacked lineup. I'm really excited for that. We got the fucking venues and everything all booked and everything right now. So it's gonna be a fucking blast. It's gonna be fucking awesome. I'm super excited.
How long are y'all gonna be in the road for that run?
So I believe it's gonna. Yeah, sorry.
Just 2 shows.
2 shows.
Yeah.
And are y'all planning anything a little more, I guess, long term in the near future, or a little later, perhaps?
We are. We have something bigger that we just finished booking up in September that we'll announce shortly, and then but we wanted to get done with these first 2 shows first before we dive into all that, like, marketing it and promoting. And then we have Damned Volume 2 will be out this summer. We put out Volume 1 last spring. And then if everything goes as planned, Volume 3 will be out this winter. So.
Cool. Right on. So, on the tour, on the road, I mean, I'm sure you guys have come across a lot of different, scenarios or which are good, bad, the ugly,
Yep.
So what's the wildest, let's say, crowd reaction, or let's say venue kind of story that you guys have had on the road that you're just kind of like, what the fuck just happened?
Oh my God.
Dude, that is a loaded question. Yeah, David, we'll let you go, buddy.
Oh man, I don't know. What do you want? Like a fun thing, a bad thing, a weird thing?
What the first thing that pops into your mind?
Well, I don't know. There's so much. I remember we got to do direct support for Blitzkid one time, and that was really cool because it was the sold out show, and there was people like crowd surfing while we were playing, and there was just like this badass fucking pit, and we just felt like really loved at that show. That was really cool. So, but that was nuts. That was nuts. Yeah. And then we had this other show we played the first time we came to Delaware, where it wasn't sold out, but it was a packed night, and there was a lot of people that we finally got to meet face to face at that show. We're just like a lot of online friends we'd had throughout COVID, and we for our last song we brought like freaking 7-8 people on stage to sing a song with us, and then the crowd just went nuts with it too. Like, that was a lot of fun. I don't know. What about you, Nikki? You remember anything?
Going to Denny's with fucking Calabrese, man. That after our last fucking Arizona show, dude,
yeah.
that was like a bucket list, man. Yeah, that was super fucking cool.
Oh yeah. Davey Calabrese came to our show when we went through Arizona last, and he took us out to Denny's, bought us dinner. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, that's awesome, man. Shit, hell yeah. So is there a city or venue that you guys are dying to play that you haven't played yet, or maybe a state that you haven't been able to kind of perform at?
Oh,
for me, it's Germany, personally. That's it.
Yeah.
I'd love to go overseas, man, across the fucking pond. I think that would be super cool.
I would love for us to get a chance to be a part of Hell Nights sometime in Germany. I think that would be amazing. I would love to do that. Yeah, Germany is absolutely like top of the bucket list right now for us to play. And then the UK would be cool too. There's a small horror punk scene out there, but it's real tight.
Yeah.
And that would be awesome. Italy, I would love to play Italy. I hear Italy goes the fuck off for punk shows. And then Greece too. I hear the underground scene in Greece is wild. And Mexico, I would love to play Mexico. That's something.
Dude,
yeah.
That the scene there, fucking insane, like crazy. The shows get fucking nuts over there. So the support there for hard punk is awesome. Fucking love Mexico.
We have so many fans from South America and Mexico that message us all the time asking us to come out. I feel so bad just because it's such a financial undertaking, because it's like the shows are going to be sick, but it's like you can't really I personally, it's like we live so north that it's like I can't realistically do it until I know that we can break even. So it's flying out to do it, I feel like is super out of the question, because it's like I'm sure flying home is a lot cheaper than flying there or something. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just need to look into that more or something. But I don't know, getting the gear out there is a thing. I hear that I have a lot of friends on the southern side of the border, or towards the Mexican border that live out there that say it's not very smart to bring your personal gear with you when you tour
Yeah.
across the border. Because I have friends who straight up said, like, yeah, like we have been like straight up robbed by the cartel, straight up. Like they just came to our van and said, give me your keys and get out of the van. And they just took the van with everything.
No, yeah, that's definitely a thing, man. Again, I live in a border town, so I
Yeah.
know I had I didn't it was in gear, but the one of the last times I went across to Mexico, this was years and years ago. But we went buddies, whatever, and everybody was drinking, because beers over there are cheap as shit. We got pulled over by a bunch of I don't know dudes with machine guns or whatever, and one of our friends was kind of passed out in the back. The guy was like, "Is he," like in Spanish, but he was like, "Is he dead? Is he dead? What are y'all doing? Is that guy dead?" Like pointing the fucking like, "Is he dead? Is he dead?" And we were like, "No." We're like, "Motherfucker, wake up, wait!" And and then he finally did like a little grunt, and he was like, and that's when he was like, "Okay, your watch, your chains, what are your wallets?" Took all our shit. And then we were like, I was like, fuck, they're not going to let us go. They're not going to let us go. And I was already thinking like, what can I do? Can I run out of the van? Now they're going to shoot me and whatever. But luckily he was like, let's get the fuck out of here. And we just fucking hauled ass to the bridge, dude. And when we crossed over, I was like, it's going to be a fucking long while before I come back.
Jesus, dude. Oh, I'm glad y'all are okay, man. That's a crazy fucking story, man.
Yeah, it's because back then, man, all that violence kind of started, certain member of a certain whatever got, arrested, and the war kind of started happening for control, especially here, like in Nuevo Laredo. Man, there was times, dude, like we'd be here on the state side, and I'm way north. I'm like, way north. I'm not close to the bridge, right? And whenever they had firefights, dude, we would hear like fucking bombs, fucking rocket launchers, like machine guns, like we would hear it all the way over fucking here. And then of course on YouTube, I mean, if you YouTube it, man, and like, yeah, dude, it looked like a fucking war zone. Didn't even look like a city, it just looked like a complete war zone. This was again years and years and years ago. It's a lot more calmer now. It's a lot more chiller. But still, you just still have that in the back of your mind at times, so definitely with gear. It would probably be best maybe like the venue's backline, the gear for any touring bands coming from the States, just to kind of avoid any kind of that, any of that kind of nonsense. But yeah, man, at one point back in the day, I mean, I'm sure it still happens now, but not as bad. But back in the day, like 10, 15 years ago, holy fuck, it was intense.
Yeah. Crazy, man.
Yeah. Border town stories, dude. I got a million of them. So as far as the touring goes, right? So once you guys do you guys plan on, let's say, releasing anything anytime soon and then kind of touring it, or like you said, you're just gonna kind of see how the budget is and kind of balance it, especially right now, man, because again, everything's getting really expensive. It's like everybody's prices are going up, everybody's pay stays the same. So and again, I've heard it from a lot of touring bands that now they really, really have to I guess take into consideration where they have to play based on, I guess, where their music is kind of hitting in certain markets more. Do you think that's something that you guys would ever kind of have to implement, or you don't really see that happening anytime soon, like for you guys?
So we kind of we have like our routes. We know the West Coast route that works really well for us that we usually follow, and usually all the places we hit are close enough to the places that want to see us so they can drive out to make it. And we have like really good relationships with a lot of the bookers we work with. So it's not so much like we either have like a guarantee we know these people are not going to screw us over with, or we're comfortable enough with them to do a door deal because we know that they're not going to fuck around promoting it and they're going to actually get things done. But yeah, I mean, we almost always try to add somewhere we haven't been, like along that route if we can, just so that's like, if one shows a bust, it's not a big deal. And like sometimes, it's a place that's usually awesome is a bust. It just is what it is. But Yeah, we usually try to release one single before we go on tour most of the time, but this next tour we'll be going on, we probably won't, just because we'll have had so much, released in between the time, like our next big tour and our last one.
Mhm.
So it's not really necessary. It's like we have two, I guess it's technically still a single because it's going to have 3 songs on it that'll be out this summer. And then in the winter, we'll have something that's like a small EP. But essentially, the last single we did was 3 songs, and this single we're doing is 3 songs. And then the small EP, will probably be like 4 or 5 songs, but they're all connected. It's like they're kind of like a connected release kind of deal. So it's called Damned Volume 1, 2, and 3. And the idea is like when all of those are done, it'll get like a proper record release and whatnot, like physically. But you're right, yeah, gas is gonna be insane. I know the last tour we went on, some places we saw it was like almost $9 in US a gallon, which is crazy.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, no, that's I mean, I bitch over here when it's like 4 something, but 9, fuck, I'd walk, man, wherever I needed to go.
Yeah. Yes. Southern California, it's really bad for gas prices right now. And then here in Seattle, it's always like flirting between $5.50 and $6. That's how much it costs for gas here right now. So
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean that right there, man, will fucking drain a band bank account like quick. Just the gas alone, as far as what the prices are going for right now, it's fucking crazy, man. Shit. I didn't $9, dude. Oof.
Thankfully, we have the sickest fans on the planet. We have the coolest, most fucking badass fans, and they support the shit out of us. So, like, knock on wood, but so far we've never had a tour where we lost money. We've always had everything paid for. So, like, from the first tour forward, our fans have always made it work for us. Yeah.
That's good. That's awesome, man. That's really, really fucking good. Because again, bands need to be on the road. I feel. I mean, again, I'm very old school like that. I feel also that I just feel like it's part of the process. We got to get out there. We got to meet the people. Perform. But yeah, so I mean, the fact that you guys have been very fortunate to have that kind of success, dude. That's awesome, man, and I commend you guys. Because there's a lot of bands out there that really don't think it through, or they think it's a lot easier than what it is. Then when they go out there, they kind of fail, and then they lose that, that drive, and they just kind of stop whatever they're doing. So no, yeah, hell yeah, man, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the most like frustrating things I ever heard someone in another band tell me while we were on the road is that touring is so fucking easy. I can't believe it. And I was just like, no, it's not. Even when it's successful, it's not easy. Like, I don't know how to tell people that. It's just like, dude, you are away from home. You never get consistent sleep. You just get it in where you can get it, especially if you have like a partner. It's hard too, like a girlfriend or, a boyfriend or whatever, whatever you may have, as like the person that you love and whatnot. It's like, it's hard for them because you're gone for like weeks. Mm-hmm. And the struggle is the more successful you become, the longer you're away from home. It's like, that is the hardest part about this, is that in order to succeed, you have to sacrifice time with, the people you love and all of that. It's a very, unforgiving passion. It's like you either love it or your first tour, you'll find out if it's for you or not. You will find out, because even if whether it's successful or shitty, it doesn't matter. You'll either love that experience so much that you want to go every single time the opportunity arises, or you will be like, yeah, this isn't for me. I'm never doing this. It only takes one tour to find out.
Yep. Oh, for sure. Definitely. And what do you guys currently? What do you guys feel about this whole AI fucking shit that's going on right now?
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm curious to hear y'all's take on that.
I will let David take this one because I have the exact same viewpoints as David when it comes to AI shit.
I fucking hate generative AI. If you use it, I think you're lesser. I think you're spitting in the face of art and, you know, all forms of art in general. You know, it's just like, it's so like lazy and just absolutely removes the journey. I hate AI music so fucking much. Not too long ago, someone released an AI song of ours turned into like 1950s like show like Frank Sinatra style stuff and all that, and I was so uncomfortable and came unglued. They like took my face and like put me in like this tuxedo and all this stuff, and then they you know, they redid one of our songs, and I was so mad. Like, to be fair, like I bet their heart was in the right place, you know, because it's like I read the description and, you know, they were like had all these links to our music and all of that, and like I don't think their heart was like in any ill way or anything, but I felt like so fucking violated and all of that. It was just, I don't know, I can't like really like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, it's bad. It's killing the planet. It's fucking taking jobs away from people. I mean, like, I have friends that went for graphic design for, you know, like, you know, years and years and years to get, you know, the job they have, and they are like 10 years after college still paying off their college debts, and they have like these awesome jobs they work so hard for, and they're like, I'm blue collar, so it's like I couldn't be more disconnected from that. Like, I'm not that kind of worker, you know, but I feel for them. That's so fucked up. And then my friends that are artists, you know, like that's their deal. Like, they're actual artists, and that's their thing. It's like they're like losing work, or worse, they're having people with these programs analyze their artwork and steal their style so that they can just make their style for free. And with music, it's just so fucking like, because like there's this misconception where people are like, oh, well, you know, this app has AI or your phone has AI and all that. It's like, that's not what people are talking about, dude. It's like one thing, it's like, you know, AI is great, like with like medical science, it should be there. Like things that like we need, it's like we need to progress in this knowledge as fast as possible, totally. But AI does not belong in entertainment or art, period. It's like, that is the most human experience and form of expression that there is, and it's like at the end of the day, it's the only thing that can't be taken from you. Like, no matter how poor or how rich you are, it's the number one escape that like we all will always have. And if it's like, you know, because people sacrifice their whole fucking lives to like have it be their career in art of all forms, and then you're telling me that like these assholes like sitting on their couch, like Larry, who owns a fucking you know, fish tank store, can just sit there on his fucking ass all day and just type prompts in his fucking phone and then post it as like, look how great of an artist I am, you know, all that shit. Or fucking, look at this wicked song I wrote, you know, I just like filtered a bunch of these other bands I like into it and just shit it out. I'm such a great songwriter. Like, dude,
Yeah.
fuck you. And
Yep.
it, on that same, shame on the bands that use AI to write lyrics for them. I think that is lazy as fuck too. I think that is one of the lamest things you can fucking do. It's just like, like that should be like you. All of your art should be you. I'm sorry. I will back up. This will turn into a 3-hour rant. I will fucking pull a whiteboard out of my closet and start. Yeah, no. But
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. Because
Yep.
I think about a month ago, I spoke with Christos Paivel. So he's called Lord of Logos, right? He's a very, very famous underground like logo artist for a lot of like death metal bands, rock. Like he's done so many for so long. And when I spoke with him, he said that that's been the greatest challenge now that he's had to kind of get accustomed to battling is when Set Ban asks him, hey, can you do my logo? Sure, this is how much. But now you have, you know, Bob over here. It's like, well, I can do the same logo, but I'll charge you like fucking half the price. And now he's like, oh shit, you know, so he's like, now I'm starting to lose income. I'm starting to lose clients because of AI. So now I'm having to, you could hear the frustration and anger in his voice because it's like, it's true. I mean, he spends, music too. We spend hours writing, you know, perfecting our craft or the art. And then just to have, like you said, someone just kind of type in a prompt, oh, death metal logo, this style, that style, blah, 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 blah. And then, oh, here you go. You know, he's charging you what, X amount of dollars. Well, I'll give you half of that, or cheaper than that. Just come with me. And it's like, fuck, man, it's heartbreaking to see that that's kind of where it's fucking going. And I do not like it as well. I think it is a shame that that's what it's come to, man. People do not want to just take the time and sit and learn to play an instrument, or just sit down and write what comes to mind and work it into a song. And it's just it's just a big pile of shit, man. I agree.
Where's the fucking invention that, like, the thing that makes me so angry? It's just like, have we not like come far enough? It's just like people just keep inventing shit that makes us have to work harder to have less and be just less and less of a human, which is like, where's the inventions that make it so that we don't need jobs anymore or shit like that? Like, when are we far along enough to where enough is enough and we can just be alive? Like, where is that? Like, that's what I want. It's just like, when is it okay for us to stop working for the fucking first 75 years or longer of our life before it's okay to enjoy it without fucking guilt or starving to death or fucking living on the streets or any of that? Just like, man. Yep. I'm angry about so much shit with that, and just, But yeah, man, I can fucking go on and on about AI. Nikki like can confirm that is like, man, you want to hear David just yell for 3 hours in the van? Someone ask him about AI.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. With a lot of promoters, they use AI to promo shows and shit like that, and it kind of puts us as bands in awkward spots, right? Because like, I know Evelyn's Casket has never used AI for artwork. 5 Cent has never used AI for artwork, but like, when promoters use AI and do like show like poster flyers, it kind of puts us in an awkward spot, right? It's like, do we fucking make our own and go above your head, or like, it's like, and people are like saying like, hey, like, you shouldn't use AI artwork, and it's like, I promise we're not using AI artwork, right? It just kind of puts us in a weird fucking spot,
Yeah, it does, man. And that is, and I've seen that happened a lot more recently with bands. Are like, well, shit, they tagged us in this flyer, but fuck, I don't want to accept it because it's AI. And then again, you're gonna, they use AI, the band use, when it's reality, like you said, you don't. But it's
what that has forced me to do is now I have to make show calendars that we share over flyers. So what I'll do is I'll make one flyer with like, hey, here's our shows for the summer, with dates and locations and all of that. And then it's like, and then you can go find the full flyer there if you want to or whatever. But it's like, yeah, I won't share AI flyers. That's like a whole thing. I've started it now with Evelyn's Casket. It's like one of the stipulations for booking us is you cannot use an AI flyer. I was like, if that's too hard for you, I will make a flyer for the show. And it's like, and that's totally fine. It's like, but you can't use AI for our shit. It just is what it is.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I don't see it getting any better in the future, but hopefully it doesn't get too out of fucking control. But I mean, I don't know, man. It's not looking too hot, especially right now. It's kind of, I don't know, taking a weird fucking downward spiral for sure with that shit. But again, we could be here talking on this shit for fucking hours, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to get my blood pressure anymore. Like, so I'm gonna change the fucking topic completely here. Give me your favorite fucking horror movie of all time, man. No overthinking it. Just what's your favorite?
The original Night of Living Dead, I gotta say, that's probably my favorite. The original OG fucking Night of Living Dead, that's probably my favorite. As it stands at the moment.
Insidious, that's my favorite.
Good films. Most underrated horror movie though, that you think people are sleeping on right now.
Frankenstein's Army.
Oh, dude, I haven't seen that one yet. So you recommend it?
Dude, look it up. Dude, oh man, I'll let Nicky do his thing and I'll tell you about it. But yeah.
Go for it, Nicky. Give me your most underrated horror movie.
Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. Underrated movie. Oh shit, man. I'm gonna say Killer Clowns from Outer Space, man. I'm like shocked that a whole majority of people that like the fucking real ones know Killer Clowns from Outer Space, man. But like, I'm shocked it's not like a fucking global fucking thing, man. Like that is one of the best movies ever created in my eyes, anyways. Killer Clowns, man.
8-year-old me was like, I love that fucking movie. I still love that movie, dude. It's
Yes.
classic.
Oh yeah, that one's a great one. Cotton
Yeah.
candy cocoons.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You know what? You know what scene in that movie I never really paid much attention to up until really recently was when one of the clowns they were in the jail, and he's using fucking the dude as like a fucking prop puppet. It never really clicked until I was like, wait a second. He has his fucking hand like up all his shit.
Yeah.
Just like working him. I was like, that is fucking rowdy. Like it just clicked not too long ago, and I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Ventriloquism.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you guys could score like a horror movie, like what movie is it and why? Like if you guys could, if they were like, hey, pick any horror movie you guys want, throw down a fucking score to it, a soundtrack, like what would be y'all's go-to?
The new Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, that would be sick.
Yeah, that is like the horror punk franchise is Return of the Living Dead. That's like literally punk rockers at a mortuary dealing with unkillable zombies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Shit. For me, I'd probably say Army of Darkness, dude. I don't know. I think that'd be fucking badass. Just anything Ash, man. But Army of Darkness. That would be my pick.
Yeah, that's definitely a fun one, man. That's a fun movie for sure.
Yo, dude. This is my boomstick.
So I know I have like a few guilty pleasures in music, that are completely, dude, like fucking. Honestly, I don't even think my closest friends know I listen to some of this shit. I don't even think I want to say it on here. But maybe I will, depending on what you guys say. I'm gonna base in what you guys say. But there's, like for me, there's a few, not metal, not rock, it's like R&B type shit, from like the 90s that I kind of like guilty pleasure. If it's on my fucking playlist and I see it, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fucking jam to this for the next 4 minutes. So is there a song or a group, that is kind of like that guilty pleasure that people might be kind of surprised that you guys kind of listen to every so often?
I listen to everything. I don't care. I listen to Journey. I like Cascadia.
Nice.
I like freaking I listen to like all sorts of like old 1950s style stuff. There's a lot of mainstream pop I think is good. Like I love those Punk Goes Pop records where it'll be like the like early like 2000 teens like hardcore bands doing just like radio hits by like Katy Perry and shit like that. And then I think the Killers are awesome. It's like I just consume music. I don't think there's any reason to feel guilty for liking a specific thing unless they're like a very questionable individual. But like
I like
and
that.
they gotta be
that answer.
Yeah, we gotta be pretty questionable to be like written off, but like man, now I listen to everything.
Yeah. If I had to pick one, that's the one band that I've been listening to that not a lot of people know of lately, anyways, is ABBA, dude. I don't know what it is like. ABBA, there's a couple. They got actually a lot of fucking bangers, man. Like ABBA, yeah.
They do, man. They do.
Right, dude. Like
they do. They really do. Like I know mine recently, man. I was jogging not too long ago, and fucking I don't know if have y'all heard of Kiss from a Rose? I think it's by yeah, dude. Every time that fucking song, every time that fucking song comes on, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna crank it up the volume and just fucking go. That's been on my fucking list lately for some reason. It seems like Spotify always recommends me that song now that I've jammed it so many fucking times.
That's awesome.
Ooh, guys, I hate to do it, but I think I have to wrap things up soon.
No,
I guess
no
we
worries,
have.
man. You know what? I'll throw one more question at you guys. Easy one. So, where can people catch you guys next? as far as, I mean, shows, we've kind of talked about that, but on social media, like where can people follow you? Where can they check out your stuff? Where can they buy some merch? Because I've always tell everybody here that that's very, very important, for, fans to support bands, as far as the merch, buy the music, keeping them, on the road and things of that nature. So where can the people here find you guys?
You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, kind of on TikTok. We're not really active on there. As far as social media goes, there's only three we really use. And then you can get our merch off of our Big Cartel store. Our music is on all streaming platforms. Find it everywhere. And Bandcamp as well. We got a lot of stuff on Bandcamp. We have more on Bandcamp than we do on the normal streaming stuff. So definitely check that out. And yeah, our next shows are in Calgary, Alberta, and Red Deer, Alberta. Yeah,
Yep.
August 1st and 2nd. So, yeah.
Right on.
Pretty
And again, I appreciate you guys, man, taking the time just to kind of hang out here with me. I just want to let everybody know, too, all the links to EVELYNS Casket will be in the description box below. So please follow them, check out their music, buy some merch, and catch them live wherever they might be in the city near you. And if you guys in the future ever tour Texas, I already told Nikki, you fucking let me know, and I would love to have you guys down here. That would be so fucking awesome. So preferably, best time to come down here so you're not fucking dying with the heat, I would say between October and on. Even if you're here December, I mean, there's no snow here, there's nothing crazy, so easy peasy down here during that time. So again, so if you guys ever do, man, feel free, let me know. I would love to have you guys down here. That would be fucking cool. And again, I appreciate you guys taking the time. Nikki, David, thank you so much, man. Again, you guys are awesome. And again, to everybody watching this now or watching the restream later, we appreciate you guys tuning in. And to all our sponsors, of course, Coffin Crew Apparel, of course, Troubadour Amplification, Leininger Guitars, the Heavy Metal Hall of Fame. I appreciate you guys for supporting what we do here. Nikki, David with EVELYNS Casket. Again, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. And I wish you nothing but the best and continued success. And thank you guys. And we will see you all. I don't know when I'll see you guys. I'm not going to make any promises. I'm busy. I'll see you all later.